Hello, my name's Annabelle Daniel and I'm the Chief Executive of Women's Community Shelters, and welcome to our April newsletter. And we have some pretty exciting stuff on the radar. First up, as many of our long-term followers know, Women's Community Shelters works with local communities so far around New South Wales to establish new crisis accommodation shelters for women and kids who are homeless or leaving domestic and family violence. And we've always been very much driven by local champions on the ground who've identified a need, and then we step in to walk alongside them and help bring a shelter to life. Well, at the beginning of May, we will be walking alongside our first community outside New South Wales and going to the Mornington Peninsula in Victoria, where we have wonderful community members who've identified the very urgent need for crisis accommodation on the ground for women and kids. And so if you're interested in checking that out, or if you have people in your network who might be interested in getting involved and helping us establish our first Victorian shelter, please check out all the details of the forum down below. And in exciting news, in a new raffle, you can win an amazing 5-day stay at Gwinganna Lifestyle Retreat. What a fantastic opportunity. You can get your tickets down below. And of course, as always, all proceeds from this amazing raffle go to support the work that we do at Women's Community Shelters to establish new shelters and safe places for women and kids. Your tickets down there. At Women's Community Shelters, we have an incredible ambassador in Sarah Lamarquand. And this month, she talks to Rosie Batty, former Australian of the Year, about how she found hope again and her new book. I also get the opportunity to ask Rosie a question through Sarah, where I ask Rosie what I think the next frontier is for Australia in addressing domestic and family violence. It really is a fantastic listen and a wonderful conversation between two incredible women. Check out the link down below. And I always love sharing news from across our shelter network. And just in the last few weeks, Parramatta Women's Shelter's second site has welcomed their very first residents, and it is such a beautiful shelter. It's been lovingly decorated by our long-term partners Temple and Webster, and it is an absolutely spectacular place. Welcome to the women and children who've come into our shelters. We hope that this is the first stop to a new life for you. And in other exciting news, a family from our Great Lakes Women's Shelter, family of 5, have managed to find their own rental property and move on to their new life. And that's nothing short of a big challenge in the current rental market, particularly in regional areas of Australia. So we just want to say a huge congratulations to Great Lakes Women's Shelter and to the wonderful support that they've provided to the family. And to the family, congratulations and enjoy your new place. Our Walk the Talk High Schools Education program teaches about respectful relationships and service learning as well. And it's always wonderful when our partner schools get involved in supporting our shelters, which they do every year, I have to say. But this Easter, it's been really successful. And I want to say a huge thank you to South Sydney High School, who did an amazing job with an Easter bake sale, Tara Anglican Girls, who supported Parramatta Women's Shelter, and St Paul's College as well, who've done wonderful work supporting the families with the chocolate drive. So thank you all. It's been a tremendous effort, and it really does go a long way to making the families in our shelters feel included and part of the community. You schools are absolutely amazing. Thank you. And elsewhere in this newsletter, you'll see a link to a report that talks about the demand that domestic and family violence and homelessness services are experiencing. Certainly with the rental crisis and the difficulties in securing an affordable property, we're seeing a huge rise in the demand for our services. In fact, in the last 12 months, the number of people we had to turn away grew by 92%. That proves just how urgent this work is, and we're always seeking to create more safe beds for women and children leaving domestic and family violence and experiencing homelessness. And on that note, next month is Domestic and Family Violence Prevention Month, so we will have some information coming out about that, and we will be showcasing the work that we do and talking more about what we can all do to prevent domestic and family violence. And in closing, I'd just like to also say a huge thank you to our donors and supporters, two of whom we've showcased in the newsletter below, because without you, we couldn't do what we do to support women and kids. This is a whole community surrounding women and children experiencing domestic and family violence. We all do this together and we're all solving it together. Thank you for your support.